G'day. The last Saturday in August 1946 was an interesting day. Me and me mates decided to go to the footy, expecting to see the mighty Burrows smash Coburg. We needed to win the game to try and get the double chance in the finals. So we met up at the pub for a few heart starters. Before walking to the ground, there was a reasonable crowd, about 4,000 we later heard. We got a good position on the fence where we could abuse the umpire and the opposition players, and after all, that's half the reason you go. Coburg got away to a flying start. Their rucks were killing us, and their team seemed to be faster than us. They also had clearly come to inflict a bit of damage on our boys, and it was pretty willing. The bloody umpy was letting the game go, and there were hardly any stoppages. Now, we like to see the game go on, but this ump wasn't giving anything to our boys, and obvious free kicks were ignored. We started to call out things like, "You must have taken a sling from Coburg, you mongrel," and "Come on, ump, open your eyes," and "Thomas, you're a dog." Everyone around us was getting into the act too and giving the ump and the Coburg boys heaps. The crowd was really restless and fired up. We tried to give our Borough boys strong support after half time, and gradually the team got back towards its best form. We hoped the ump would have listened to a few of our helpful criticisms, but he didn't, and continued to ignore obvious free kicks to our boys. Fortunately, Coburg were inaccurate in front of goal, and that kept us in touch. In a mad last quarter, the boys really lifted, despite the umpy, and we got to within 3 points. But that was it, and we were screaming, "You've cost us a spot in the finals, you mongrel Thomas. How much did you get paid?" A large part of the crowd jumped the fence as soon as the bell went and charged after the ump, who wanted the safety of the change rooms. A few of us got him with a few whacks, but not hard enough. A bloody copper on horseback charged in and escorted him towards the rooms, and the players were also helping. Some of the Port boys were helping, even after how we treated them during the game. Just shows what good blokes they are. A copper in plain clothes got hit, not by me. The crowd might have calmed down a bit then, but a lily-livered goal umpire used his flag sticks as a weapon to try and get to safety, and struck a Port player who was just signing an autograph for a young girl across the nose and opened him up. And then he also collected a Port official in the race and caused a head wound. Then the crowd had really fired up, and we stormed the umpire's room, but the coppers stopped us. I'd lost touch with me mates by this time, but I was with some like-minded folks. We all thought it would be a good idea to wait outside the rooms for when the ump came out, so we could give him our thoughts on his performance and how we could improve for the future. The coppers had brought in reinforcements by this stage, and they were going to drive a car up to the change room doors to get the mongrel away. But some people pushed the car into the laneway to stop the escape. The coppers left their vehicle and charged into the crowd with their batons with intent. And let me tell you, a whack from one of those sticks hurts. In the meantime, the officials took the umps out the other side of the stand to a waiting cop car and tried to push through the crowd, which had wised up to what was happening. We threw rocks and insults at the vehicle, but eventually they got away. For some reason, the coppers arrested me and 2 others and took us to the Port Melbourne station. I was charged with offensive behaviour. Can you believe that? At the court hearing on Monday, I was fined £5 or 14 days imprisonment just for going to the footy. So luckily, some of the Port supporters were on hand to help me out, as I was skint. Anyway, I'm off to the pub now. See ya. So the footy riot occurred on Saturday the 31st of August 1946, and it was reported that 1,000 people took part, men, women and children. Port lost the match to Coburg 14-21-105 to 15-12-102. We missed a double chance and we were beaten in the first semi-final. The incident was reported in newspapers all across the country. The Argus reported on the 2nd of September that lenient interpretation of the rules and frayed tempers led to unpleasant incidents during the game. The Herald reported on the same day that the good name of association football demands that steps be taken to prevent, as far as possible, a repetition of such a disgraceful incident. And the Emerald Hill Record reported on the 7th of September 1946 that the central umpire Thomas had given a most unsatisfactory exhibition all day. Too right. That's it.